Hello and welcome to Stackflow Tech. My name is Emmanuel Meli, and again we are still doing our episodes on library management system. And in this video, we will discuss about how to add company information to a report. When I talk about as our company name, so we want to see this company name in our report. We also want to see this logo in our report list of your files. Then you can change the VAT registration at any given time. You can also add the payment information as mentioned earlier. And then these are the defaults for the croners. The communication, the home page. Maybe this will be wide web, Stackflow Tech. Yeah, .com. Now, can still view more if you want to change the fax information. But I'll be interested in capturing the name, the logo, the address, and then the phone number, the email. Yeah, the email. Yeah, I think those are important. So let's go back to our source code. Then in our source code, in this source code, this is our report. So how we actually do add maybe we need data from a given table, because we have a table known as the company information. So we'll create a variables right here in the report. Just like any other object, you can always create a variable. Let's call it a company of type record known as company information. And again, I will explain how to get the image, but first we need a column for maybe company.name. So this is how you add the columns from a different table after we created a variable. So we need to introduce another column for company address. And again, you just need to write it as address. Then we need another one for email, and then another one for company.email, and then another one for phone number. Okay, so for these names, these are the column names. You can change to anything, but this one, they need to be explicit and specific in terms of the data that you want to get from where. We're getting from company information. This actually, if you move around, you'll see the fields that are available. And if you need to still add another one for maybe company.where page. So I'll just call this home page. Nice. So there's another one here. Maybe I'll just put it at the top of the name, company.picture. And then this one, you can call it a logo, company logo, or just logo. Now, to get this one, you see it's a blob. So we have fields of type blob, of data type blob. So to get those kind of information, what you need to introduce a trigger here, and it's called trigger on initReport. Inside this trigger, we need to get our record. So since we have only one record in this table, it will just get that record, and then we need to do calcfields. So we want to do the picture. So Since blob is not like a normal field, such as maybe the publication year in terms of a book or a name in terms of a company, it is a blob. And for blobs, you must always use CalcFields so that they calculate the fields inside these, the fields that you specify as parameters right here. So now we will build Control Shift B, or you can use what is in our run there. And then you can see the package has been created successfully. And now we need to go to our layout, open externally, and then under the layout, you can, yeah, it's actually loading. So we can just create various containers. So let me call it, yeah. So you can right click any of this outside part here so that you can add the header. Inside our header, you can right click and then add an image. These are the image properties. And remember, we are selecting an image from the database. So you need to choose the database, and then in our database, you must select the field that you specify that it will carry the picture, I mean the logo. And then don't forget to use the MIME type. Then we can use JPEG and then click OK. So this one will contain our logo. So we can enlarge, you can resize to a size of your preferences by clicking drag and drop. And again, you can add a text box. This you can expand this text box so that it will carry our maybe company name. Click until you see a blinking cursor, and then create a placeholder. Then under placeholder, you can put a name. You can name this label as maybe company name. Then you can still do some bolting since it's a company name, enlarged to maybe 12. You can put it close to this point. Then you can also still create another text box. Maybe in this text box, we will just make it fancier. Not fancier, but we will make it contain most of the information. We'll just expand it. And then right at the top, we can just create a placeholder and then select our address. Then click, maybe label it. You don't have to label it. Then after the address, we would have included something like the postal code, so that let's have a phone number. Remember, this is an expression, but it is our phone number. If you double click, and then name it as phone number, so that you are clear in what you are presenting. And then right at this point, you can also click enter and then have your email down below this part. Then right in the value, select the email right there, So it's an expression, but let's confirm if this was, this should be the phone. Okay, right there. So we can save, and then we will publish. So we will run our report. So this is called the request page for the report. Then let's try to run everything. This will give us the list of all the books, because we haven't included any form of a filter. So you can see we have the logo, we have the name, the address, the phone number, and the email. So the same way, you can still add various information, company information, such as the postal code, the city, among other things. And maybe you want to bolt this header right there. So what you do, you go to your layout, the RDL layout, then select, then hit bolt. Now it has bolted, so you can save this file and then publish, and it will bolt it for you. Again, if you want to have margins in your report, you can go back to your layout, right click, report properties, and then go to scroll down to the margins. Then you can use centimeters or whichever way you prefer. Let's have 2 centimeters from the left and 1.5 on the top, then save. So let's see what we got on the books. Then let's run the full report. Expecting a bolt, yes, you can expand this. You can see we have bolt in our header and then we have margins, right? Let me just go. Okay, you can see we have margins. These are 2 centimeter, and then at the top we have a 1.5 centimeter at the top. So thank you for watching this video. Please, if it's useful to you, like, subscribe to this channel,